Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Herbie Walker again with the College Walkman. Today, there's something I want to talk about, and that's about your FAFSA. And a lot of people wonder when they're applying for colleges, what is this FAFSA? And more importantly, how do colleges look at it, that information that is presented? So to give a quick answer, and I'll talk about more details, exactly the process of completing the FAFSA on another video, but the FAFSA is the Federal Application for Free Student Aid. So what this application is a pretty much a step-by-step detail of your finances, your family's finances. The application takes that data and interprets it and gives you something called an EFC number. That EFC number stands for the expected family contribution. Now that number can range from a 0 to as high as 500,000, whatever. Okay, sometimes I do see families that earn less than 60,000 a year do qualify for some level of financial aid. Now, there's always exceptions to that rule. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of the FAFSA in particular, but what I do want to talk about is why the colleges use it and exactly what do they do with that information. There's different kinds of aid. There's financial aid, which it falls under student loans, and then also grants and miscellaneous scholarships, which is technically not a part of financial aid. But some scholarships do have a financial aid component to it, but most of the times it's usually academic based. Now, when you complete your FAFSA, that data gets sent off to you add a certain college to your list. College gets your FAFSA, they review it, they see your EFCs, and this falls into a certain range, and based on that EFC number, the colleges will offer you a certain amount of money. Now, that money could be a couple $100, $1,000. Now, it varies from school to school. Every school is different. What they do is take that EFC number. Internally, they offer you money. And what I mean by that is that the university themselves offers money. This isn't necessarily federal government money. They see that the expected family contribution is 0. The federal government says you qualify for a Pell Grant. Now, this Pell Grant right now is currently about $5,800 a year. A university will see that your EFC is 0, that your family, can't afford to contribute anything or much to college. So they give you financial aid on their behalf. So that means the university has their own little coffer of money. They determine how they dole out that money to individuals based on the EFC. They may have their own grants that they'll give out based on what they see on your FAFSA. And this is mostly for private colleges. Public colleges, on the other hand, don't necessarily have as much flexibility with this financial aid. For the most part, give you your Pell Grant if you're going to a public college. Any state funding that you qualify for on a financial level, they give you that. But the university themselves can't determine if they can give you more or less. Private college, they can do that. They can say, okay, this is a stellar student, 4.0, SATs are through the roof, awesome extracurriculars. We want, and this student needs financial aid. So we will give this student $6,000 a year. Because we really want to encourage her to come to our school. We really want her to be successful when she comes. So it's important that when you fill out the FAFSA, bottom line is that you're filling it out correctly, because colleges are going to give you more money based on what they see. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody will get money every time. No. What it does mean, though, is that you do have to be careful when you complete your FAFSA. Take your time with it. Review it, maybe have somebody even check over it. Okay, there's lots of counselors out there that will review your FAFSA with you. Private counselors as well. If your counselor's too busy, you should definitely look into hiring a private counselor to help you with that. When the colleges offer you these financial aid packages, independent of what is offered through directly through FAFSA, meaning like Pell Grants, they get to determine if they can take it away as well. So if they feel academically you're not making progress, they can take away your financial aid. They can also give you more money as years go on. So let's say your sophomore year, money didn't kind of work out the way it did freshman year. Some colleges have the flexibility to provide more aid, granted if you meet the financial need and you have the academics to support it. The last thing I'm going to talk about is loans. Some universities offer loans beyond the Stafford loans and Perkins loans that you would be eligible for through the federal government. Now, these loans can be low interest. Sometimes you got to be careful. You got to read the fine print. Never know exactly what a college's terms are, and you have to do that independent research yourself. So bottom line, make sure your FAFSA is correct. Take your time with it. Review it. I'm the College Walkman. Peace.